All right, Birmingham, Alabama. We have made it back to Michael's. We're on the rooftop at Michael's Restaurant right by Railroad Park, and we have the honored owner, Ms. Bernadine Birdsong, here with us today. I'm Brother Tracy Muhammad, host of Manning Up in the Kitchen. As you know about our cooking show, we do live cooking shows and also tape in our kitchen at home. But we also decided to bring Manning Up in the Kitchen out to the community. So we call it Manning Up in the Streets. So we're here today with Miss Bernadine Burst song. And this is like home to me. It is home to me. This is my favorite restaurant in America, all right?
All right.
Not just Birmingham. But today we have Miss Bernadine again. And Miss Bernadine, thank you for allowing Manning Up in the Kitchen
Thank
to
you.
be on the rooftop as we eventually transition down to the restaurant. Thank you, thank you, thank
Thank you. Thank you so much for coming. I appreciate that always. Just love to see your face, and I appreciate you for including Michael's in the equation.
you. Well, that wasn't even a second thought, you know. You were number one on the list, but
Thank
you end
you.
up being number two that we come to. We have
Right.
a test the
Gotcha.
first time. So, Miss Bernadine, tell us about, Michael's restaurant. I know that we weren't always here.
No, no,
When
not
I
at this
met
location.
when I met Miss Bernadine, first we was at Healing Waters.
Right?
We'll talk about that later.
Yes.
But first Michael's I came to was in Homewood.
Right.
Give us a little story behind the Michael's itself, the restaurant in Homewood, and also,
Absolutely.
how you all became a part of the
Absolutely.
owners.
Michael's is a restaurant that's been in the city for almost 70 years, I think. It was early 1950s when it was first established, and it was named after Michael Matzes, who was the original owner, and that family owned this restaurant for many, many years until Mr. Matzes passed. And after he passed, his son then wanted to sell Michael's, and so my family then purchased it in 2016. So we've been the owners since 2016. We started out at the old location in Homewood and moved here in the middle of the pandemic.
Wow.
We were planning to come in March of 2020, and then we got delayed. We actually didn't get in this location until August of 2020. But we've been here ever since. I love this spot. I love being back in Birmingham because the original Michael's was in Birmingham, right on 20th Street. So a lot of people will probably remember that. And so this location, right across from Railroad Park, right behind Regions Baseball Field, connected to the Negro Southern League Museum, and very much a staple in the city of Birmingham. So it feels like coming full circle to be at this location.
So now you go. They have prime steaks and they're at a prime location.
Yes,
Michael's
yes,
downtown Birmingham by
yes.
Railroad Park. Railroad Park.
Yep,
Well, look, you know, this is Bar Sebastian.
right,
It's on the rooftop.
right.
Tell us more about Bar Sebastian.
So every time people come, they want to know like about Michael. Like, where did you get the name Michael? And the funny part is, I have not one single relative named Michael.
Oh,
Which in most families you would find a Michael, but we have no Michaels in our family. My son is a singer songwriter, and of course he's from Birmingham, but his stage name is Sebastian Cole. And I wanted to somehow honor him in this whole process, so we decided to call the rooftop bar portion of the restaurant after him, and so we call this Bar Sebastian. And so the Bar Sebastian becomes a real bar on Thursday nights, Friday nights, and Saturday nights. And so people come up and just sit on the rooftop, enjoy drinks. They do have bar food like burgers and fries and wings and things like that. Totally separate, totally different vibe from the restaurant downstairs, but it is the rooftop bar of Michael's restaurant. So it's not like a separate entity or anything.
right. And then, if you're up on the rooftop, you can look to your left or my left. You can see this incredible diamond. They call it a
Yes,
baseball field a
yes,
diamond.
yes,
I had the honor playing baseball growing up and also in high school. But this is where the Barons play. You can sit.
correct.
I have sit right here,
Yep,
right over there, and I can see some of the game.
right.
But anywhere on this rooftop is a good spot.
It is.
So there you go again, the prime spot,
Thank you. Thank
and
you.
the prime steaks. You
Yes,
know what I mean?
prime steaks, prime spot, prime location.
Yes, ma'am. So now, as we get ready to transition downstairs,
Mhm.
okay, there's something right across the street, the box cars, that
Yes.
you all are doing something inside one of the box cars during the daytime. Tell us about the box car experience.
Yeah, so that's something really new. We just got over there at Railroad Park in the box car back in June. Um, So we've been over there, what, 2, 3 months now?
Right.
And one of the things that we're doing over there, which we weren't able to do here because we were short-handed, is to open back up for lunch. Because when we were at the old location,
Right.
we were open all day from 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. Well, in the middle of the pandemic, a lot of people left the service industry. So almost all restaurants at this point are short-staffed. So we wanted to figure out a way to offer lunch back to our customers who wanted lunch. And so we're doing lunch at the Boxcar at Railroad Park Tuesday, really every day but Monday,
Okay.
from 11 to 2. Sometimes on the weekends we're open later because people will go to church and come after, and so they're like from 1 to 4. But we're offering our signature chicken salad sandwiches
I
over
was getting
there,
ready to bring that up.
and we actually started serving the beef tips and rice over there because a lot of people want the beef tips and rice, and we only used to serve that for lunch.
Right.
And so they can't come here at night to get it. So we're doing the beef tips and rice over there. We have like beef and bean burritos. We have popsicles for the kids. We do sell the alcohol over there. So we have beer and things like that and wine over there. So just anything you need to make a nice, outdoor experience for you and your family, we're doing that at the Boxcar at Railroad Park.
I know you had mentioned one time possibly doing vegan food.
Yes.
Eventually over there.
Yes,
That's still on the.
Yes, that's still on the horizon. I'm actually trying to decide on what to offer.
Right.
So whatever people are requesting, that's what we try to honor.
Okay. Well, we've heard a lot so far, but we have a whole lot more to hear from Miss Bernadine. We're gonna get ready to transition down to the fine dining place. With those silver forks,
Yes.
silver knives, silver spoons.
Yes.
And I indulge a lot of time with some good old lamb.
Yes.
Every now and then I have the steak. But we do love the lamb. Also the salad. I love that Caesar salad.
Like the Caesar, okay.
So that's Cole right there.
Yeah, that's my son.
That's Mr. Sebastian Cole.
Yes.
Tell us some of the people you've written music for.
Oh my gosh. Well, his most famous piece is with Alessia Cara. He did her entire album, the one that she was Grammy awarded for.
Right.
And then, but he's worked with John Legend. Nobody's name's coming to my head. Usher. Yeah. You pretty much anybody you can think of. Like even Demi Lovato.
Wow.
Yeah. He's worked with some of the best in the industry. He is an amazing songwriter, so he gets the opportunity to work with some of the top people.
Yeah. So he's a very incredible young man.
Yes, he is very talented.
Very talented, and he's very intellectual.
Yes.
I've had conversations with my brother, and he's very intellectual and has a beautiful spirit. And I know you're very proud of him.
Absolutely.
As well as praise.
Yes.
As well as
Lisa. Baby. Yes, absolutely.
You're very, very proud of your children.
Absolutely.
So tell me a little bit about Mama.
My mom?
Your mom. The mom. She's the queen.
Yes,
you're a queen, but when she says she's the queen.
She is the queen. To call her queen.
Wow.
But she helps us run things. She helps us keep the place clean, helps us keep things organized. She is one of those, just on the ball kind of people. And so she helps keep the place running.
Yes. And she, most people, she's very seasoned, but she gets around better than
me too. She sure is.
Yeah, she gets around very well. We're just glad that we have the honor. I believe we were able to make a seamless transition.
Yeah, we did.
So now, as we're downstairs at Michael's Restaurant, again, over here on the ground level, we see the First Avenue South, right by Railroad Park, and again behind me, we have Regents Field. But we're down here at the fine dining. This is called fine dining. And, in a few minutes, we're gonna have some fine food and good food on table for a little while. It won't be that long, but it'll be there. So, Miss Bernadine, tell us what all go on right here in the
Downstairs?
downstairs part.
So, Michael, this is the part of the restaurant that people are most familiar with. We sell steak, lamb, seafood. Pretty well known for our steaks. We have a signature steak called the steer butt that people, come for. The reason it's so special is because you only get one steer butt per tenderloin. And so it's hard to come in and actually get one.
Wow.
But that's one of the things that we sell. Our salmon Rockefeller is probably one of the most sold things that we sell in addition to the steaks. And then of course we have our award-winning white chocolate macadamia nut bread pudding. So the food is excellent. We enjoy it a lot, and we invite people to come and just see for themselves.
Yeah, you have something called, I think most people have never heard of one thing, y'all.
What's that?
Fried green tomatoes.
Oh, that's true. We do have fried green tomatoes. We have several appetizers. The fried green tomatoes are probably the most sold, but we do have a really good spinach dip that's excellent as well.
Absolutely.
The calamari is also very good. And then our lobster tail bites. That's something that people who like shellfish absolutely love.
Right. Now you have a fish they said it's called trigger.
Right.
Trigger fish, right?
Right.
How does that sell here?
Oh, excellent. The trigger fish people love the trigger fish. A lot of times people come in and they say they had never heard of it, but it's a white fish. It's mild. It doesn't taste fishy, and it's almost slightly sweet. And that's my favorite. I could eat that every single day. But it's in the unicorn fish family, and it's normally our fish of the day. Sometimes we might switch it up. Sometimes you might come and get snapper or some other fish, but we try to keep triggerfish at all times, just simply because I love it.
Well,
and I can eat it every day.
You mentioned that salmon earlier. That's a very good salmon. I think I usually have mine on a bed of rice.
Yes, you can do it on rice. You can do it on potatoes, risotto, or any of our vegetables.
Right. So as far as guests that come in and they want to rent your facility, what's the process of doing that? Or also, let's start with reservations.
Reservations.
Right.
So the best way to make reservations is to go online to our website, which is the www.michaelssteakandseafood.com. And you can pretty much do anything there. You can go online and make reservations. If you have a party larger than 8, so you want some kind of special private party, if you want to rent out the whole place, that's the place to go. Go to the website, select contact us, and just tell us the details about what you're trying to do. How many people, what day, what time, if you want to be downstairs, if you want to be on the rooftop, if you want to rent the whole building, just give us the information. And then someone from our marketing department will reach back out to them and to get that reservation confirmed.
Okay, so like birthday parties?
Yeah, you can do birthday parties. Sometimes people come for of course, people want to come for anniversaries. We've had lots of engagements here. Lots of people that come back year after year for their anniversary because they got engaged here. There are people who still come that got engaged at Michael's like 40 years ago.
Oh, really?
Yes, and they still come. Okay. So it's one of those places. One of the things I like most about Michael's is that it's a place that you would want to come for your celebrations. So we like being a part of people's celebration when they graduate from high school, when they graduate from college, when they have birthdays, weddings, anniversary. We want to be a part of that.
How important is to you as the owner of Michael's is making sure that whoever comes through these doors, they'll have an enjoyable time.
Oh.
That's almost a rhetorical question,
Really,
but I just want you to talk about.
To me, that's the most important thing. And sometimes people will come and they may not have the experience that they want. And what a lot of people do, and I would like to kind of put this out just so people know, if you go to a restaurant, you never have to leave a restaurant dissatisfied, because people aren't in the restaurant business for you to go home having had a bad experience. It's a lot of trouble. It's a lot of work. There's a lot of overhead. A lot goes into putting food in front of a person's face. Right. And so we want every person who comes in through the doors to have a wonderful experience. But if something goes wrong and you don't have a wonderful experience, reach out to the person who's in charge. Make sure you talk to a manager or the owner or somebody to let them know, hey, this bread pudding wasn't right, or whatever the situation was, because our goal is to make sure you leave 100% satisfied.
Right.
So we never want people to leave and write us a bad review. There's no reason for that, because if there's something wrong, we definitely want to make it right.
Absolutely. I want to go back to the rooftop.
Okay.
During the World Games, you all hosted a certain country
We did.
on the rooftop
We did.
for how many days? What country was that, and how many days, and how was that experience?
We hosted the French delegation, and they were here for the entire 10 days for the World Games.
Wow.
So we were here from beginning to end. We had them every night from 7 p.m. to 2 in the morning.
Wow.
Yes, every night for 10 days. And it was a lot of fun. They enjoyed themselves. We had DJs up there for them. They did presentations every night. They had a ball. And it was a joy for us too.
You know, out of all the times I've been coming here, that's the only time I wasn't invited.
And the reason for that is because they
No, I understand that was booked.
right, yeah.
I did not even try to do that.
Yeah, it was a private event, so we had nobody else up there except them for those full 10 days.
That was very good.
Yeah.
For your business wise as
Yes.
well, but also for them to get the kind of experience that
Yes,
they got
and they loved it. They
for
had
those
a good
10,
time.
10 days.
Mhm.
Now, music is very important
Right,
for everybody.
right.
And then food is very important.
Yes,
And so when you combine the music and food together, you got a good time.
Absolutely.
Good food, good music,
absolutely.
good time.
Absolutely.
Now, one Sunday I came in, that was a young man named Mr. Barber. And he was sitting over there in the corner, well, by that door.
Yeah.
And boy, was he singing.
Oh, Clinton
That's
Babers.
Babers. I thought
Yes,
it was
yes.
Barbers. Thank you for the correction,
No,
Mr.
no.
Babers.
Yeah.
Brother, you saw something else. He'll be here soon, won't he? Is he coming back? Do you know when?
Yes, I think he's going to be a part of some of the events that we have coming up. We're getting ready for the Magic City Classic. This weekend, we're going to do the after party for the Dinner on Blanc. So that's going to be on the rooftop. We have several high school alumni gatherings, reunions. So like Ramsey High School is coming, Carver High School is coming, UAB Black Student Alumni is coming. We have several groups that's coming over the next few weeks. So sometimes they might bring someone in to entertain or either a live DJ. But yeah, Clinton is one of my favorites.
Yeah, Clinton is something else.
He's awesome. Yeah.
That brother, full of soul and
Yes,
spirit.
absolutely.
So, as you mentioned, these alumni reunions coming.
Yes.
I mean, you all have done something almost impossible.
What?
To stay open, number one.
Yes.
But now you're mentioning more and more different organizations and people, and also UAB has chosen y'all, Michael's for your steak.
Yes.
Steak.
We are the
house.
official steakhouse for the UAB Blazers.
Man,
So
yeah, I play.
that's recent. That's exciting.
Yeah, that's exciting. I remember when I played football in Inslee back
Okay.
in the 80s, late 80s. We used to go to Bonanza
Okay.
up on Bessemer Road,
Yeah.
and we used to have the steaks now,
Yeah.
and they were good.
Yeah.
But now UAB has chosen Michael's
Restaurant.
Restaurant. That's the official place they get their steaks.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And we've done a few other things with them. We are now the Kiss Cam sponsor for the UAB Blazers. So if you go out to a game and you out there with your sweetheart, they might get you on the camera. We're doing the whole Kiss Cam sponsorship with the UAB Blazers. And we're also one of the ones we do a lot of the catering for the Green and Gold Room when we get into basketball season.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
high cotton over here. This is high cotton. Anyway, to those in the listening audience and viewer audience on Man Up in the Kitchen and whatever platforms, please like and share what you're watching right now. This is in Birmingham, Alabama. I mean, an upscale rooftop restaurant owned by this phenomenal Black woman
Thank
and
you.
her family.
Thank
You know, so if anything we want to point at as things are getting better, when we see us going in business more, you know, especially this is prime spot, prime real estate, you know. So we thank God for blessing Miss Bernadine
Thank you.
and her family. We know it's a lot come with this struggle and all, but we thank you for allowing us, when we have family members coming in town, also that we have somewhere we can bring them is real nice.
Right. Thank you.
They deserve the best. And
Yes.
to me, y'all have not presented anything other than the best to me
Thank you
and
so
my
much.
family whenever we came,
Thank you.
our friends. So I think there was supposed to be some
food coming?
food testing going on.
Yes.
Maybe. So you want to?
Do you want me to go check on it?
Absolutely.
Okay.
So we, as Ms. Bernadine, go and just make sure that the food has been prepared. We're gonna do taste tests. I have the honor of tasting some of the food during this feed. And even though I've been knowing Miss Bernadine a long time now, it's been about 7 years. And the way that I met her was through my late wife. She was going through some treatments and she found a place to do colonics. And she found Healing Waters. And Healing Waters is right over by Southtown. And that's why I met Miss Bernadine years ago. And this was nowhere on the radar because they were doing another business. When she come back, I may have her to talk about Healing Waters, how that started, because that was successful by itself. But now they have went into from Healing Waters to present food to us. So I just told them, I gave them a little history of how we met through my late wife, Sadette.
Yeah, I was thinking about that this morning.
And so who would ever know?
Right.
You know, she did research and she found Healing Waters.
Yeah.
She looked into colonics, and that's how you all met.
That's how I met Sadette, and then that's how I met you, because she was coming on a regular basis.
Right. Yeah. Most time I would bring her there.
Yeah.
But I never got the services till after the fact.
Right.
But tell us about Healing Waters and how you got into Healing Waters.
My best friend was sick and refused to go to a hospital. I had never heard of anybody refusing to go to a hospital when they were sick. And she said that she had been sick growing up and that she felt like if she went to the hospital this time, she wouldn't come out. So I started looking for ways to help her heal without drugs or surgery. And another friend of ours said, hey, you should take her to get her colon cleansed, because my husband had been sick like that and that really helped him. So I started researching that. She was so sick that she couldn't work. So I was driving her out of town to a lady to get her colon cleansed several times a week. And she would clean the lady's house in exchange for the services. And I thought, man, I gotta help her. This is not gonna work. She's not gonna be able to do that much work. Right. So I started doing the research on what it was gonna take to actually open a colonic, well, actually not even a business. I was just gonna put the colonic place in my house. And while I was contemplating buying a colon cleansing table to put in my house so I could take care of her, my mom lost her husband to complications from a surgery from lung cancer. And he left my mom in a lot of debt. And so I was like, okay, I need to take care of my friend and I need to help my mom get out of debt. So I decided instead of putting a table in my house, I would just make a business out of it. So any money I earned, I could put towards my mom's debt. And that's how I started, believe it or not. And that was over 20 years ago. And it became like a big family business. We were there for a very long time. And just recently, I sold that business to one of my clients, who was the over women's health at UAB. And now she and her daughter run it. And it's just been a blessing.
Right. I had the honor of meeting her.
You did?
The owner, the current owner. And so far, I like to bless the food.
Okay.
God, we thank you for this food we're about to receive. May it be for the nourishment of our minds, bodies, and our spirits. Amen.
Amen.
So Healing Waters.
Yes.
And still over there.
Still there.
Very good, vibrant business. Mm-hmm. They have survived the pandemic.
Yes, they have. They have.
So kudos to the owner of.
Yeah, her name is Alicia Jacob. And those of you who used to come, in the past, just call Alicia. She's more than happy to help. Like I said, she and her daughter now run the place, and they're doing an excellent job.
Right. So what do we have here?
Okay, so what we have here is the Caesar salad. And here we have spinach dip with our tortilla chips. And here we have our fried green tomatoes with our house-made remoulade sauce.
They won't be that long, but they there now. So take the camera right there. I think I'm gonna try the fried green tomato.
Okay, all right.
We got a little dip right there too.
Mm-hmm. Yep, that's the remoulade.
The remoulade.
Mm-hmm. For the remoulade or for the spinach.
So I have the honor to eat dinner with the owner of Michael's. Can't tell me nothing now.
Yeah, we just faking though, because we eat them together a lot. Don't we?
Yes, man. Whenever I come, you know, if you ain't too busy.
If I'm not too busy, I'll come join you.
Yeah, I'll be sitting over. That's my favorite spot over there in that corner over there.
Mm-hmm.
And if it's open, it's mine.
Yep. Oh, that's good.
Absolutely. That's a good remoulade, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's a good sauce.
Yeah.
For those fried green. Usually when I eat fried green tomato, don't usually have a sauce to it.
Oh, really? Okay.
But this is delicious.
Mm-hmm. Thank you.
Maybe one day y'all see me cooking a Man It Up in the kitchen.
Yeah, you should.
But this is very, very good. Very tasty.
What kind of food do you do in Man It Up in the kitchen? Everything?
Not everything. With the navy bean soup, that's a very good.
Navy bean soup?
Yeah, and that's a very good soup. I'll be cooking it soon.
Okay.
We cook it year round, but especially getting toward wintertime.
Oh, absolutely.
It's a very good staple food, very full of nutrition, protein. So I like cooking that. But recently I've been cooking this turkey loaf.
Oh, okay.
Turkey loaf is like off the chain. My children have been eating that like a piranha. It disappears very fast. And also the smashed potatoes. Been making. Now I've become very good with the zucchini, squash, and onion.
Okay.
They don't last that long.
Okay.
Asparagus. I've cooked lamb before, so I'll be cooking the lamb again real soon too.
Okay.
So I'm really trying to kind of stretching out a little bit more.
Okay.
But one thing that we want to do with the Man It Up in the Kitchen show, since Sadette one day told me, you know, just come in the kitchen so I can show you how to cook a few things so I'm able to do it again.
Right.
Now, I wasn't a kitchen person.
Okay.
Outside of breakfast food and I grill, but that kitchen was not something I did. So I began to annotate
What you were saying.
recipes.
Okay, gotcha.
And not knowing that one day that would be a responsibility that I
Right.
have had an honor of doing, providing meals for my children.
Right.
But also, I never knew Man It Up in the Kitchen would be if you remember, the first thing we did was Sister Strut.
Right. I remember.
With Strut in the Kitchen.
Right.
with
Straight in
Clarissa
the kitchen.
Kincaid.
Yep.
We did a show.
That was really nice. That was a nice show.
Restaurant, absolutely.
Mhm.
So one day, Clarissa said, Brother Muhammad, aren't you going to do the navy bean recipe?
Oh, wow.
Cook that? I said, sure. But I started thinking, I'm not going to the kitchen talking about strutting in the kitchen.
Straight in the kitchen, right.
Cooking. So eventually, a couple of days later, God gave me Man It Up in the
gotcha.
Kitchen. So that's how we came up with Man It Up in the Kitchen.
Pretty nice.
And that was very great. We're still doing that. But now we're taking Man It Up in the Kitchen to the community. A lot of the backstory you're giving us while you're working in your business, you don't have time to tell everybody.
Right.
So now they're getting to get the heart, mind, and spirit of Michael.
Right. Exactly.
And how it began, because a lot of people want to go in business,
Right.
which is good, but there's a process.
Yes.
You know, and
It
so when they
is.
know somebody been through a process, it ain't always been easy,
Right.
but they stuck to it and stuck with it,
Mhm.
like yourself,
Mhm.
then they can do it.
Yeah.
What would be your advice to anybody, particularly a lot of young people?
That's one to
that
go
wanna
into
go-
business or going into a restaurant.
Well, that's a good question, lady. Let's say business in general.
Yeah, just business in general. I would say do your research. Research on the type of business that you want to do, who your customers are going to be, researching like your location, where you're going to be. So get as much background done as you possibly can. And then, of course, the next step is going to be getting all of your paperwork together so that you get either an LLC or some type of corporation behind you, so that you're not having all the liability under your personal name. Those would be the first steps I would recommend.
Right. So going in business is very risky.
Yes, it is.
So we want to do all we can to
mitigate the risk. Absolutely.
Mitigate the risk, and also to protect ourselves.
Absolutely.
Individually.
Absolutely.
And that's very important. So knowledge is power.
Yes, indeed.
Some people have to find out the hard way, unfortunately. Right. But somebody like you, been around for a while, have done your research.
Right.
And also having people around you that's legal-minded people, because it absolutely takes a team. It's not what just came on the table. It's things that have to happen way before this happens.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah. So we're gonna make room.
We're gonna make room. Pass that over to her. And this too. Did you want some of this?
I'll make a little bit of that. This is what is this right here?
This is spinach dip.
This is the spinach dip.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
you haven't had it, have you?
I don't think I've had this. Well, I'm gonna dip the dip. Let's see how I can do this.
Jeez, yeah.
Now, what kind of what is the chips?
Tortilla chips.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. We cook them in house.
Oh, y'all cook it yourself. Mm-hmm. You taste it by itself first.
Yeah, it's good.
Now,
like them?
These are the bomb. They're so soft.
Mm-hmm. Thank you. Good.
To be honest with you, I've never tasted a tortilla chip like that.
Really?
Usually they real kind of a little
hard.
Mm-hmm. This is soft.
Mm-hmm. Got a nice little crunch to it.
Do y'all sell bags of these?
Well, we have it, but we probably would if somebody asked.
I think you own to something.
Okay.
For real. How long y'all been selling this?
I want to say we changed the menu back in the spring and added the spinach dip.
I have not seen it.
So, yeah, I want to say we've been doing it for a few months now. We had spinach dip on the old menu when we were at the old location, but when we moved, we didn't put it back on the menu. So we just added it back. And I think we sold it with maybe some pre-bought chips, before when we sold it. And now we're doing them in-house.
So y'all make these chips?
Yeah, we're making the chips. So before we used to buy you just go get tortilla chips already baked and whatever. Now we're taking them and we're actually frying them and seasoning them in-house.
I can't believe that.
Oh, thank you. I'm so glad you like it.
I'm not exaggerating.
Yeah.
Those chips are good.
I think they are good too.
Of course, the dip is good.
Yeah.
And then
the chips set it off.
You connect that with the chips in it. Oh, man.
Thank you.
And that dip is very, very good.
Thank you.
Well, this has been very enjoyable.
Thank you.
But it's only appetizing for me, because when the camera goes off, food, good eating continues to go on.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So this is all they're bringing for now?
Oh, I think they got food.
Oh, they got food?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, they got food. Food. So I'm going to be a foodie tonight.
I don't know if they're waiting on me.
They might be. But look, this is amazing. I am not exaggerating about those chips. I have never tasted a chip in my life that tastes like those chips.
Thank you.
So
just back and I'll get us some food.
Oh, she's going to get the food. I guess that's the appetizer. Mm-hmm. Again, we're down at Michael's Restaurant, 1525 1st Street South, Birmingham, Alabama. If you drink a little water. And we're just gonna wait for Ms. Bernadine to come back. Have some more food prepared. They want us to test for you all to see some of the food that Michael offers here at restaurant, which is downtown Birmingham, Alabama. This is how we do it in Birmingham now. This is one of our restaurants. We also have looked upstairs. We went upstairs and saw the rooftop. Bar Sebastian. Again, there'll be something going on this weekend. We'll be out the after party. And then they also have down here open up this weekend also. Again, you go to Michael's Restaurant. They have a Facebook page. Also, Bar Sebastian have a Facebook page. And if you're watching this right now, you know Manning Up in the Kitchen has a Facebook page. And hopefully you're watching from there. Please like and share right now. Some more food is about to be presented. That's prepared right here at Michael's Restaurant. Ms. Bernadine, so the food is being prepared?
The food is coming out.
Oh, the food is coming. Not just being prepared.
It is prepared and he's bringing it out.
He's bringing it out. Look, this is what's so the fried green tomatoes. Perfect.
Yes. Thank you.
Perfect texture.
Thank you.
Seasoned to the max.
Thank you.
And with the remoulade.
The remoulade?
Remoulade sauce.
Right.
That was very good.
Thank you.
So that was just the fried green tomatoes.
Yeah.
It's about 8 come on that order, I think.
Right.
2 people can share it.
Mm-hmm.
But if you eat it by yourself, you're not gonna want the entree. It will fill you up.
Yeah.
So you can take some with you. So we also have
Thank you.
so yeah, what is that? Oh, worthy.
You want to take all of them?
Let's
Just to
take-
get some new silver? That's fine. Oh, you got one? What about you? You can take yours too. Thank
So,
you. Thank you. That's me. So you gotta talk about that.
oh, they'll serve no wine before it's time. So tell us a little bit about this wine that I drink when I come down here sometimes.
Okay, so this is a brand called Aina, and it is a non-alcoholic wine from South Africa. And it's like a friend of mine, actually, his family owns this place in South Africa. And so it is a non-alcoholic wine. And sometimes we have people like that come down, they want to be with the rest of the group and everybody else is drinking, but so it gives them a chance to participate in the festivities without actually adding the alcohol. At Vine, I actually have a gin drink. We're calling it our ginger snap. It's kind of like a gin lemon drop with some, let's see, it's got Satsuma in it, which is one of our new distilleries that we're working with from
Right.
Opelika, the John Emerald Distillery. So it's got that in there. So it's very good. On my plate, I have the risotto with my favorite fish. I think I just told y'all about that, the trigger fish. It's in a lemon beurre blanc sauce. And then on your plate, you have the lamb with garlic mashed potatoes.
Yes, worthy is the lamb. Wow, this is oh.
Good.
Absolutely
Mine is
good.
too.
Absolutely.
Mine is too.
Delicious.
Thank you.
Wow. I haven't had the lamb in a while.
You have it?
Wow, this is so good.
Thank you.
Well, of course, it takes a team to do what we're doing.
Mm-hmm.
What Michael's is doing, or what anybody that has a goal,
Mm-hmm.
it's going to take a team effort.
Right.
Talk about your workers and what they mean to Michael's and the chefs.
Man, I have a really great team, and they are dedicated to making excellent food and making sure that the customer has a great experience. They love that. Whenever you come into a restaurant and you say, "My compliments to the chef," we always pass that information on so that they are encouraged to keep doing excellent food.
Right.
So yeah, it's very important to us.
Well, I would say to you, I don't think I've ever had to come to you and report, any negative attitude.
Thank you.
As much as I've been coming to Michael's over the years,
Thank you.
I've never had to come to you. And I would,
Right. I know you would.
but I have not had to.
Right.
And I know sometimes the workers have worked under very stressful situations.
Yes.
But they have kept the main thing.
Right.
And the food has always been great.
Thank you so much.
And so I want to let you know that I appreciate what you've done. You all are doing for our community.
Thank you.
This is very important to get the message out, the word out, and also that the history of Michael's Restaurant,
Right.
From your heart and spirit. 'Cause no one could tell this story like you.
Thank you so much.
We can go out and talk about how great this dinner was,
Right.
but you're able to not just talk about the obvious, but also give the history
Yes.
and the whole perspective of and the spirit of Michael's.
Right.
So we thank you,
Thank you.
Ms. Bernadine, for
Thank you
giving
for
us the
coming.
honor, manning up in the kitchen.
Thank you so much.
I'm the host, Brother Amir Tracy Muhammad. I know we're friends,
Yes.
and I don't use friend too loosely,
Right.
but I thank God for our friendship.
Thank you so
And,
much.
thank you for providing what you did at Healing Waters and what you're doing right here at Michael's.
Thank you so much. Thank
So
you so much.
I want for the listeners out there, you have been blessed to. If you haven't been to Michael's, well, we brought Michael's to you today.
Right.
We brought Boss Sebastian to you,
Right.
and also we told you about the box car experience across the street during the
At
week from
Railroad Park.
Tuesday,
Really every day but Monday.
every day but Monday. The box car over at Railroad Park.
Right.
That's a part of the vision of Michael's Restaurant. Anything you want to say?
So I should just say if they want to call, they can reach us at 205-871-9525. That's 205-871-9525 if you want to call. If you want to go to our website, it is Michael's with an S, steak and seafood.com. And I appreciate you, Mr. Muhammad. Just know I appreciate you very much, and thank you so much for coming and sharing Michael's with the community.
Thank you very much. Again, family, those of you who are watching, those who have listened and learned more about Michael's Restaurant, we pray the goal is for you who don't know about Michael's to come on down here and partake in what they have. They offer a whole lot, and I just wanted to make sure for myself and whoever I present on this platform, it ain't that we can necessarily build your standard. We can expose what you're doing,
Right.
but the standard has to be there.
Right.
We cannot help you with that part. We can help you with exposure. And so we thank God for allowing Manning Up in the Kitchen to be connected with Michael's Restaurant on this day. And I just want to tell all of you all to have an enjoyable evening with your family. And maybe we'll see you right here at Michael's.
Yes. Thank you so much. Thank you. Good job. Okay, love bug.